Hi guys, welcome to the Jez and Friends podcast. Today's episode is a bit different. I just want to say a huge thanks to everyone for tuning into the podcast. We've hit 1,000 views, and to celebrate, I've assembled the funniest stories from each episode so far and compiled it into an episode for you guys. Hope you enjoy, and remember, push yourself because no one else is going to do it for you.
Ball in under 11s, 2 minutes remaining to win the game. Oh, it's just this absolute gun in under 11s.
Where'd you kick the goal from, mate?
It was right in front. I haven't kicked it yet. I took a mark.
Oh, yeah?
It was right in front to win the game. And this kid, so as I marked it, like 5 kids come up to me, say, good mark, good mark. And this kid, he comes up to me and he says, hey, mate, I'm sorry to disturb you, but I was wondering if you could hand pass it to me. I want to kick a goal. My mum's in the crowd. To win the game, please, mate. Please, can you let me kick this, please?
You didn't give it to him, yeah?
I gave it to him.
You what? So you didn't kick the goal?
I hand passed it to him, and I learnt my lesson because he missed it.
Oh!
Right in front. He missed the sitter, and we lost the game.
Never mind. In year seven camp, we're walking back to our house, our cabin.
Oh, Dylan, I think I might know where you're going, mate.
After we've had dinner, and I'm walking, and everybody's just stopped, and I'm walking to the door, and I'm like, why is everybody stopped? And now we're looking on the door, and there's probably 3 possums latched onto it.
Yeah.
And then we didn't know what to do. We're puzzled. So somebody went to grab the bin to whack it on the door, and they put their hand onto the bin, and another possum just shot out, and he's thrown it at the possums. But and they've come after us, and we've just had to bolt. But that's probably the most crazy story I really have. I haven't had too many others, but that's just vividly stuck in my head. We were terrified.
Fuck yeah.
We were probably stuck outside for a good hour trying to figure out what we were going to do.
Yeah, it was pretty late at night as well, probably 8, 9 o'clock. Yeah, something like that.
Probably 10.
Yeah.
By the time, probably 10:30.
Fuck. Oh. I don't know who saw it first, but yeah, it wasn't the best experience.
They weren't small possums either. They were decent sized little round balls of fluff.
2K, we've been moving on to that a bit. So,
yeah.
Do you have any funny stories from that?
No, man, but it's just people. All I'm gonna say is I'm not saying names, but some people are a bit full of themselves. You know, they think highly of themselves playing a bit of 2K. I think there's some legend all-star type shit, man. Get real.
Yeah, to this person, I think you'd say the same thing, Anto. We both say that we both come in the end of a few sprays here. So you're not Michael Jordan, mate. And you're not Kobe Bryant. You're playing 2K. So yeah, it's just a game. No need to get salty over it. And I think that's all that you said. Hey, you missed a goal 5 meters out.
Oh. Oh my! Hey, listen, yeah. I was so hyped to get because it was gonna be my second goal. I was so hyped, and I hit Jerry pass it, and then after I just ignored it, and I was focusing too much on someone trying to tackle me, and then I tried kicking it. Oh my days! And I just see Jez. I look behind, and I see Jez so disappointed. Oh my! You can tell he's so pissed off, bro. But yeah.
Where did the ball go, mate?
It went 5 meters away from the goal, bro. Oh my god!
And I fell onto one of the star poles, and I cut the whole back of my hamstring. And I ripped all the pants and everything. I fell and I landed on it, and it just ripped my skin, and it hurt. Oh, it hurt. I've still got a scar there from it actually, and it's pretty long. It's about 20 centimeters long. It's not small, but. And then the second story would probably be Brody, how I dared him to snort mixed herbs. And
yeah, I was talking about that, mate. Can you tell us what was going through your mind when you dared Paul Brody to do that, mate?
I just felt like Brody needed to have a sense of life because he was pretty quiet at the start. I feel like he just needed to get in there, you know.
Was that Expo 1?
Yeah, it was. And the
swear it
other
was-
funny,
Oh yeah, expert one.
yeah, the other funny thing was when Ben tripped over that
Yeah,
pipe.
that was my
You-
beer, mate.
I did listen to it and I saw it, and you did not explain it properly. He was shirtless and had no shorts on. He only had jocks on.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, and then he fell. It was the funniest thing. And then he just went down, and we're like, "Oh my god, where did Ben go?"
Year 8 and 9 camp. Does this
Yeah,
take
yeah.
your mind back a bit? So we're setting up the tents for the night, and
Oh, yeah, I remember.
everyone was a bit bored, so we decided to like play a few party games or whatever. And I don't know who invented this, but it was a game of slaps. So you had your hands out like that, and you had to slap the other's hands. And bloody, I didn't participate because I know I would have got absolutely killed. But Tino, a massive giant, yeah, so he basically bruised a few hands here and there, and yeah, just talk us through that, mate.
Yeah, to be honest, that game was a risk. It's either you get stuffed or you stuff the other person up. So the person I was versing, yeah, he was really big as well, right? I'm not going to mention his name, but I'm not going to embarrass him,
Yeah,
I'm not going to embarrass him what happened
Don't
to
know
him.
names on the podcast.
Yeah, but that guy, I knew he was really big. So I knew I had to slap him hard or he was going to slap me hard. So we were just playing around. And, it's a game, it's for entertainment. It's supposed
Yeah.
to, like, interest the audience and so on to make them say, oh, wow. So I remember one thing. You remember how it was cold? I remember when it was cold, yeah, I think your blood, I don't know what happens, but your blood becomes purple. So when you slapped him hard, yeah, I saw like the color changing and it became purple, and I
Oh,
was laughing. But when he slapped me, yeah, I think I didn't chip, but I remember when he slapped me, I did this, so like the impact wouldn't come that much as he thought it would.
Yeah.
the first time we learned how to tandem bike, like we each took turns with different partners. I think I went with you, Maz. I'm not sure
Yeah, you did.
if I remember this correctly, but so was it the person at the front had to like do most of the work or something? Or the back?
Well, yeah, they're steering and
Yeah,
the
like
person-
the steering and all that. I think I was at the front and we're just going around the campus and all that.
Yeah,
And there was like a ditch or something, and I think
yeah.
I nearly drove into it because I'm really shit with tandem bikes. So I remember going straight for it, and you're like, no, Jerry, you're gonna hit the thing, and I like turned last second, and luckily nothing happened because like I was shitting myself, Maz. I still remember this. And luckily the again. Bloody, do you remember when you stopped moving and we just stopped? So I think, do you remember this?
No, I do. I have a memory of that.
Yeah, with the window at the GP room, the gym.
Oh my days. Oh my days. That's primary school. That was the funniest thing I've ever done. Like, this happened. It was me, Peter, and Jerry. Peter and Jerry were the fastest people in the school, like in our class then, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I was beating them. I was beating you guys. I was going all out. We're going to the glass wall, glass wall to the brick wall to the glass wall. Then when I was coming back, I swear to God, I was beating you too. Then I didn't stop. There was no brakes. I swear, I had no brakes, and I just the glass just didn't shatter, but it just cracked like there was this like there was some spider web crack. That day, I swear I was beating you guys, and you guys were denying, and I act like my arm was broken, so I didn't have to pay for the thing. So, yeah, I swear the principal came up to me later and said, "Oh, don't worry about it. What was it? If you didn't get hurt, you would have paid for it, whatever." She thought I done it on purpose, but I act like I broke my arm. I remember.
An object kind of that like holds sentimental value.
Pretty sure you know what this is.
Yeah, possibly. Oh mate, yeah,
I have
the
the
coin or
I have the AV
the
coin.
virginity
the
coin.
sacred. Yeah, the one that every boy fought for, and then I was the one that got
Tell
it.
us about that, Connor. Come on.
Okay, so all started when I was with Ben. Yeah, I was in the games room, and we're playing Connect 4, and I just saw this coin and decided to just take it and steal it. Yeah, that's what happened. And then I just ran, and then he just started chasing me, and I just named it the anti-virginity coin to give it some power. And now I have it. We just fought for it days on days until the end of camp, and then I was the victor. Yeah, so that holds a lot of sentimental value.
Yeah, it means a lot because like you started the game and it obviously got taken from you a fair few times. The boys ambushed your room hundreds of times, so you'd be pretty happy having that and like showing that because
I get to flex it to Ben every time.
Yeah, shout out to Ben. You'll probably be watching, Connor. Yeah, we'll put this as one of the best bits and then send it to Ben and just flex that.
Yeah.
Another story. Do you remember going into Zone 4 and the alpacas and shit?
Yeah, that was crazy. So we jumped over the fence and then ran to Zone 4, and then there were a bunch of sheeps and alpacas around the old university or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And we started chasing the sheep and riding alpacas, and it was so stupid, but it was crazy.
Did someone get on the alpaca? I can't remember, but
yeah, I tried to get on it, and who was it? It was one of the twins, I'm pretty sure. Actually rode it, and
fucking hell.
And the alpaca didn't actually go anywhere. It kind of just sat down as soon as you hopped on top of it.
Damn, because I remember like Jacko nearly like tied a noose on top of it, like when he was
we tried to lasso it.
One of the houses, one of the families, there was a daughter, and he had the biggest crush on her. Yeah. Like the massive crush. Like even when we went out together, I wouldn't leave her side. It was some simp action, bro. Like that was some wouldn't even talk. That's the definition of simp, folks, bro. Giving attention when she doesn't want it. Anyways, so basically, one night, me, there was about 6 of us, team and like the people were staying there, and she's telling us like, oh, he's texting me all this and this and that. And then I'm like, boys, let's try to get him to sneak out of his house to come over. So basically what we do, we take over her Snapchat, start like flirting with him. We start flirting with him, you know what I'm saying? We start, no homo though, but no homo though. So we just started getting him, and at first he didn't believe it. He didn't believe it was her. So we had to like every time he was like all send proof, we had to like give it back to her, and then she had to like send a snap in bed, and it was just like, it was like, because she was in it as well, the girl, because we used her phone to talk to him, and basically we're like, oh man, he's not gonna do it. They're like, oh, let's all go, and we're all about to dip to our houses, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I'm out now, and we're like, oh snap, he's out. So basically what happened was, we're like, frick, how do we do this? So what we do is we tell him to meet the girl on the trampoline in the back. So she's on the trampoline at the back. She's on the trampoline in the backyard, and there's a whole, like, when you go outside, there's a whole deck area.
Yeah.
And all 6 of us are laying on the deck, right? So it's pitch black at night. This is at night, yeah? So pitch black at night. We're all sitting on the deck, lying down, yeah? And we see him jump over the fence, and he's coming over, and he's like, oh my gosh, I've waited for this moment my entire life. And then as soon as he says that, we're like, bro, what your dumb ass? And then we come out, we start recording him, and then he goes in, and I'm like, oh my goodness, bro, what are you doing? And then he's like, what? And he starts beating me. He starts punching me, but you know, he was way smaller than what I was, so I didn't really. But he was beating me. Then he moved up, started running, started getting so mad, and then he was like, oh my goodness. And then the girl was laughing. Oh my goodness, bro. He was upset, bro. He was upset, man. Bro. And then but he didn't snitch.